banks of the Santa Ana River, just inland from the Pacific Ocean, in the city of Costa Mesa, with Huntington Beach in the distance, we are at Talbert Nature Preserve, which consists of 5 parcels totaling 211 acres. The park had its inception in 1973 when Harbors, Beaches, and Parks purchased the bulk of the land from the state of California, and then subsequently in 1977 we purchased the balance of the park from State Mutual Savings and Loan Association. It's a nature preserve, as you can see, with the forest of California sycamores, coast live oaks, and Torrey pines, is a demonstration habitat restoration area, all of which has been funded by a very substantial grant from the California Coastal Conservancy. There are meandering trails through the facility and passive picnicking and restroom facilities, and then on the river levee in the distance is the granddaddy of all of the bicycle and recreational trails in Orange County, the Santa Ana River Trail, which links the Pacific Ocean all the way to the San Bernardino National Forest as it passes through Riverside and San Bernardino counties. And this is one of the steps in the ecological stairway at the mouth of the Santa Ana River, which, by the way, is a phrase that I coined when testifying before the State Senate Ways and Means Committee in Sacramento, trying to get them to keep the Coastal Conservancy funding intact for the habitat restoration of the Talbert Marsh. This is Victoria Pond. It's a freshwater body, and as we go downstream, there is a U.S. Army Corps of Engineers owned saltwater marsh, and the composite of land ownerships with the City of Newport Beach, City of Huntington Beach, Huntington Beach Wetlands Conservancy, County of Orange, and City of Costa Mesa, the Friends of Harbors, Beaches, and Parks has been attempting to forge a unification of all of the various ownerships, including the Talbert Nature Preserve, into one unified ecological management area. The site of Harriett Wieder Regional Park, situated on the Huntington Mesa in the city of Huntington Beach, at the south end of the Bolsa Chica Ecological Wetlands, which are controlled by the state of California. This park was originally known as Bolsa Chica Linear Regional Park. And of all of the facilities in the Harbors, Beaches, and Park system, it has the longest duration of planning, between the time it was conceived in 1975 and the time that it began to be implemented around the year 1998. Currently, the county holds fee title to 33.5 acres of land, with the balance of the 105-acre park consisting of numerous small parcels tied to development entitlements elsewhere in the city of Huntington Beach, which, when those entitlements are granted, the balance of the parcels will come to the county. Also, there is active oil operations going on portions of the park, and that too prolongs the period before the county can accept the entire 105 acres. And this is the first phase of the development at Harriett Wieder Regional Park, consisting of an active play area, which, as you can see, here in the middle of a Tuesday afternoon, the parking lot is full and families are making use of the area. Harry and Eric are back on the road. We're filling in today for video footage that we didn't get in 2005. It's November the 14th, 2017, and we are at Sunset Beach. It's the second oldest component of the Orange County Park System, having been dedicated on a tract map way back in 1904, just 7 years after James Irvine II donated Irvine Regional Park to Orange County in 1897. But like several other Orange County regional parks, Sunset Beach has a complicated story. This huge, broad, sandy beach was dedicated on the tract map as a right-of-way to build Ocean Avenue, which never got built, for obvious reasons. The proposed street would have gotten perpetually washed out by ocean waves. On December 29, 1943, the Board of Supervisors took an action to accept the 42.03-acre beach for, quote, recreation and travel purposes, end quote. And they restated their action on August 4th, 1965, to broaden the road dedication to more strongly embrace parks and recreation uses, along with similar matters that took place on Bluff and Table Rock drives at Camel Point Beach in Laguna. Sunset Beach thrived as a popular attraction along with its neighbor Tin Can Beach to the south of us at the foot of what is today Warner Avenue, serving the inland populace of West Orange County and South Los Angeles County. On February 26, 1971, just one day after my 25th birthday, I'm now 71, Harbors, Beaches, and Parks acquired an additional 12.71 acres along the old Pacific Electric Railway, which was originally part of Henry Huntington's old red car line leading to Newport Beach. It's now called Pacific Avenue, and we began the construction of ancillary beach serving facilities, including restrooms and showers and long linear lawns for picnicking and informal sports and tot lots, exercise, and of course parking. As with any improved shoreline recreation area, the salt air takes its toll on the facilities, requiring replacement of everything from stainless steel restroom fixtures to water fountains to parking meters. And then things at Sunset Beach took another interesting turn. In November of 2010, the approximately 85-acre Sunset Beach unincorporated community, including the 54.77-acre Sunset County Beach, annexed into the municipal boundaries of the city of Huntington Beach. There seemed to be municipal and local sentiment that ownership of Sunset County Beach should transfer to the city of Huntington Beach. And that's what happened. There were two other Orange County Regional Park facilities, the ownership of which was transferred to the cities in which they are located, by virtue of unusual circumstances. The first of those was Fairview Regional Park, which abuts the Talbert Nature Preserve, transferred to the city of Costa Mesa, and Centennial Regional Park, the ownership of which was transferred to the city of Santa Ana. And so our visit here at Sunset Beach today gives the opportunity to explain these other park ownership transfers. Like numerous other older shoreline communities, including Harbor Island, South Laguna, and Dana Point, it turned out that there were many private encroachments onto county parkland. And in the case of Sunset Beach, there were 147 oceanfront homes with yard and patio improvements sitting on public land. In 1977, I was assigned the task of resolving this matter by developing the county's encroachment abatement program. Years later, the encroachments here in Sunset Beach were resolved either by the homeowners obtaining a revocable encroachment permit from the county to use no more than 15 feet out from the ocean side of their house, or removing the encroachments. The County Environmental Management Agency sent out letters explaining the options to homeowners over the signature of its revered director, H.G. Osborne, the county's chief engineer, who affectionately, by the way, behind his back, was called the Silver Fox. We received letters from homeowners in response. One of them was from Walter Raleigh Ely, E-L-Y, Jr., at the time the Chief Judge of the United States 9th District Court of Appeals. Osborne forwarded Judge Ely's letter to me for follow-up with a note attached to it that said, "You just netted a big fish." I could swear that Judge Ely got back at me when, some years later, I was nabbed to serve at first as the deputy foreperson and then later as the foreperson of the United States Federal Grand Jury at the new Ronald Reagan Courthouse in Santa Ana. So much for Sunset County Beach and the 9th District Court. And now we're on the inland side of Coast Highway and Sunset Beach, where we have Orange County tidelands granted to the county by the state of California in 1911. And it basically looks like a little canal with homes on it. And we're going to go see if we can find 11th Street Beach, which is a little known county facility that also surely was conveyed to the city of Huntington Beach. In all the coastal communities where OC Parks has facilities, there's a lot of little nicks and crannies that are tucked away that are small pieces of public land. And we have here in Huntington Beach a classic example, 11th Street Beach, running right on Pacific Coast Highway, with a state of California coastal access sign, meaning that some coastal conservancy funds were constructed here for some improvements at one time or another. And then, looking up the channel, we have the big yacht, the big white yacht, and to the right of it are the houses on Coney Island, which you'll see in the 1904 Sunset Beach tract map. Now what we're going to do is step up and see the connection between the old funky Sunset Beach neighborhood and the newer Huntington Harbor neighborhood up that big grand channel, which actually leads to Sunset Aquatic Park and the Anaheim Landing, which was the natural harbor from which all of the early lumber and construction materials were shipped to build the coastal towns of Orange County, from Huntington Beach down to Newport, down to Laguna, all the way to San Clemente. Now we're down at the foot of Warner Avenue in Sunset Beach. To our left is the old Tin Can Beach. And we have one little more historic vignette to point out, which is this interesting old beige building with the little tower on it. That building was a secret U.S. military installation during World War II. And from that tower, The military people were looking for Japanese submarines off the coast of California. We're at Sunset Aquatic Park, which actually consists of 3 parcels of land. The first parcel of 63 acres was purchased in 1962, and subsequently by lease of state tidelands, we've leased a total of 35 additional acres for a total of 99 acres. Sunset Aquatic Park has got 254 boat slips, and it was developed in 1969 at the same time as Data Point Harbor, in response to a very, very aggressive policy that the Board of Supervisors established of establishing coastal recreation facilities because of their recognition that they were needed and enjoyed by all the residents of Orange County.
This program is among the efforts recognized in the Lifetime Achievement Award from the President of the United States in 2015. Supplemental information on the history of the Orange County Park System is included in the California State University Fullerton Center for Oral and Public History, interview number 2061 of Eric Jessen by Joanna Brand, published in 2008.